Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie, and on this channel we talk about all things luxury handbags, neutrals, and elevated style. You can also find me over on Instagram where I am styling my brown and beige handbags. And with that, let's get into today's topic. I'm calling this or that. Now, in last week's video, I reviewed two handbags that were not on my wish list. And this week, I wanted to talk about bags that were on my wish list. Two in particular, but I really need your help. These two bags I'm obsessed with, but there's just nuances that I just want to talk through it with my handbag loving community. Okay guys, let's get right into the video. The first bag is the Margot tote. Now this handbag I thought would be a beautiful understated style that would be a great addition, especially as a work tote. However, I recently revealed this Polo Ralph Lauren tote. This is the Bellport tote in the extra large size, beautiful croc in the chocolate. I'm going to put that video linked for y'all below. Well, this tote has impacted how I think about my handbags when it comes to work tote. Originally I thought about the size 15, and I'm just thinking, I don't know if I really need another work tote. Seeing that this is a great work tote, then I have my Celine 16 in the large size. That's the other one. And then there's a Louis Vuitton Longchamp tote. Those four totes, I just really don't think I really need another work tote. And I don't know about you, there just gets to be a little bit of a limit when I come to my totes, especially for work. I feel like I tend to gravitate toward like 1 and 2 totes at best, but I just don't get as excited about these work totes as maybe, let's say, a more everyday handbag or a clutch bag. That's just the way it is for me in my collection. So with that, I thought about looking at the smaller sizes for more of an everyday type of handbag. So I totally get more of that cost per use. And the two sizes, they have the size 10, and then there's a Margot bag in the 12. Well, when I look on the website, I really gravitate toward that Margot size 10. The Margot size 10, that's 10 inches across, and they have two colorways that grab my attention. I don't think you guys are going to be surprised when I tell you there's a tan color that catches my eye, but that price point, which I think is interesting, it's a smooth leather, and that one is at the $42.90. And then there's a dark taupe grained leather, and that's $34.90. So I think the two things I automatically think about, what leather texture do I want, grained or do I want the smooth finish? And then two, what color, dark taupe or the tan? And I think those are really my top two. And the row does have more seasonal colors. So again, don't know how long they'll have these. They'll probably have something similar. But I think it's important just to kind of think about, do I prefer more grain? I think typically I like grained more. But there's my other handbag that I reviewed, which was the Abbey bag, I think it's right there, that has that amazing smooth leather. And the leather from the row is pretty amazing. So I'm actually not opposed to another smooth handbag. Just know that this handbag would probably be more of a casual everyday bag. So my suspicion is that the grain texture would probably be the best way to go with the Margot bag. And the other thing I thought about when it came to the dark taupe in the grained, it reminds me of my Celine bag, but a more modernized version, if you will. This is my my beloved Celine luggage bag. I really don't use this bag as much as I used to. This is definitely giving you that Phoebe Philo vibes, and I just still really love the look of this bag. I don't use it as much, like I said, but the color on this is what's great about this bag, is I love the dune shade. And this dune shade, it's more of like a cooler type of neutral, cooler beige than say a warmer beige. And that is probably closer to the dark taupe from the row. But like I said, I think getting that dark taupe one would be more like the modern version because it's grain leather and it's dark taupe, which is very comparable to this. And I don't know, would I sell this one if I don't know. I still really love my Phoebe Philo bags in my collection. I just kind of think they're very different. I kind of lean toward green, but then I think I naturally love that tan. And I know there's the whole thing with the Margot bags being like the new it bag and as a replacement for the Birkin. Of course, my perspective is that I think they're totally different bags. I can understand some of the similarities perhaps, but again, I think they're totally different bags. I would not be opposed to having a Margot bag and a Birkin bag in my collection. Anyways, let me know, what are your thoughts? Are we thinking the Margot bag in the tan with the smooth leather, or are we thinking the Margot bag in the dark taupe color and the green? Love to hear your thoughts on that. The second bag is the Celine Triumph bag. And I'm just gonna show y'all, this is like my representation. This is more my vintage bag from Celine with the horse carriage in this beautiful dark brown. And just for visual cues, the Celine Triumph is new Celine, and the one I'm eyeing is more the teen size. So you'll notice in my vintage version, it's a great shoulder bag, but that's it. You really can't wear this crossbody. So I love the teen size. I think that's like a perfect size, perfect crossbody, and it becomes a whole conversation when it comes to color. There's two colors I'm eyeing, and technically I fantasize about the third one, so hear me out. The one I fantasize about, but I think it's just not practical because the price is like $7,900, but I do have to get a shout out because it's a beautiful, amazing handbag. Don't know how much I would really use it because it's that lizard in the burgundy. Can we just take a moment and enjoy that beautiful handbag? I think that's a stunning bag. Yes, I could totally see that in my collection too, but no, guys, $7,900 for a handbag like that I probably wouldn't wear every day. I can't wrap my brain around that one. Plus, on top of that, if you think about that, if I'm getting a Margot bag that's gonna be like close to that 3,500, 4,000 price point, and then you add a Celine bag that's gonna be around 4,000, that's already two bags. That's like over $8,000. Okay, so love that bag. But the two realistic picks, and I don't think they're surprises to y'all, but I mentioned, sprinkled them in across my social channels, the chestnut color. And that's kind of giving me more of a nod to burgundy. To me, the way that I see this color, it's got a little bit more of that browny red tones to it. I think it's really pretty. Certainly a different shade for my collection because I do not have a bag that kind of leans more in that reddish type of chestnut color. It's so good. I think that's super pretty. Would really enjoy probably trying to style that, which I don't think is too much of a stretch for me to try to style that particular shade. Then the other one is the bronze color. This bronze color, super pretty. I think it's a gorgeous, more tan brown, and honestly, it's probably more typical of what I have in my collection. But as you guys know, it's the brown and beige loving handbag channel. It's a different, unique shade. I will probably say that about every bag in my collection, even though to y'all, some of these shades are very similar. And I love them so. I do. This brown one in particular, I think it's a very pretty shade. It's different. I think it's great from new Celine. I have my Celine 16. I think it's right there. Yes. And that's like more of a dark beige color. I like to think it's more neutral and almost even cooler in tone. And this bronze to me does lean more in the warmer browns, but love to get your thoughts. Do you prefer bronze or chestnut? And be curious about why, because I think it's the same bag, teen size. And again, I'm going to disclaim, it kind of depends like when I buy that bag, if they still have it, because these colors, I don't think they're classic colors. And I should try them on when I go to Celine Boutique if they have these colors. But love to get your thoughts on that. I don't know. I go back and forth. And it's always kind of fun when you think about, you know, different ways to style the handbag. And I think that would be another way to, in my mind, I think that might be the completion, if possible, to my Celine collection. Because I actually have a pretty decent collection of Celine bags that I want to get the perfect Celine Triumph bag. And that would certainly do it. So one of these. I just don't think I can go wrong. But anyways, enough rambling, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Okay, take care.